Hello, and welcome to the Rock Metal Podcast. I'm your host, John Harris, and on my right-hand side is my right-hand man, Gabriel. No? Okay. Today on the Rock Metal Podcast, we have A Lovely World has been releasing some banging singles, and right now I'm being joined by Landon to share some more information about those singles and what the band has got going on and coming up, because it's some pretty exciting stuff. So Landon, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Great to have you on. Looking forward to it. Now, first track we're going to chat about is Compromise. Now, I really dig your guys' sound. It's like a modern, fresh take on rock music, like arena rock music. And I really dig the track Compromise. I believe that was actually the first track that I was hit with in my email. And I thought, this is really good stuff. Do you guys have a second track? And then that's when Sam sent me Edge of Time. And I thought, these kids... I don't like calling you kids. Probably the same. We're probably the same age. These kids are going somewhere. No compromising. But on a serious note, what is this track about? What are we compromising, or what is the compromise?
Well, it kind of came from, recently I've been nerding out, and trying to read a bunch of philosophy and stuff like that. I mean, trying to learn more, because I feel like we all need to and stuff like that, whatever. But something from this philosopher, this guy named Nietzsche, I always pronounce his name wrong, but he said something like, I often laugh at the weaklings who think they're good just because they have no claws. And I started thinking about the relationship between morality and power and how things change when you get more money, how your mindset changes, how everything changes. And that's kind of just influenced the lyrics and inspired that song completely.
Wow. Do you find that topic, kind of an obvious question almost, do you find that topic is ringing more true now for you? Is the song taken on a deeper meaning or a different meaning? Yeah.
I feel like it's grown with the times, now it's like, now it makes more sense than it ever has. So it's kind of odd that it's more relevant now than before I even wrote it. So I thought that's interesting. Yeah.
I mean, kind of similarly, I guess on a similar tangent is, I guess, what was it about the quote? Because I've actually got it right here, right now. Of all evil I deem you capable, therefore I want good from you. Verily, I have often laughed at the weaklings who thought themselves good because they had no claws. Friedrich Nietzsche. What was it about that quote, I guess, that made you stop and go, I have to write a song about this? It's
because, I don't know, there's a lot of people in my community, at least. I'm from a small town, and they like to view themselves as, I don't know. They don't like to view themselves like this way, but they come across like they view themselves as really good people and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't want to call anyone out, but it's like when someone views themselves as like a good person without really having any danger to them, it's just kind of being naive. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
it just bothered me. I kind of had to put it into a song,
Yeah. Groovy. And if you dug the track Compromise, you want to check out The Boys. You're kind of like crashing a house, but not crashing a house in the music video.
Yeah,
it's like the nicest way to crash a house or something.
It's just a bunch of different scenes, rearranging everything,
which is very cool stuff. And I always dig when artists do that. Kind of reuse the space to give a fresh take throughout the entire music video. I'm curious, though, like what went into the design of the music video? Was it something that you guys set out to say, this is what we want to do, and you executed it, or was it kind of just almost done on the spot, but came out genius?
Thank you for calling it genius. But it's, we had the idea, but all the arrangements and everything kind of just came out of thin air. Our videographer is a genius. He's like the best videographer, I feel like, in South Carolina or on the East Coast. And he does it all with a very small budget. So he's a fantastic guy. His name's Ridge Beck. Everyone, you need to check him out. But we had the idea, and we all came that together. We talked about the idea for a long time. And then when we got there, he had a bunch of props and stuff, and we just rearranged the rooms every 15 seconds or 20 seconds of the song. And it came out really organic and natural. So he's a genius.
Yeah, abso-freaking-lutely. All right. Now, one of the other tracks that we were to chat about today is Edge of Time. And I guess my first question is, Edge of Time, is this another philosophical quote?
No, that's actually just that's just about no, that's not a philosophical quote. It's just about my perspective. I can't say that word right now. But it's just about, observation of a relationship, a very bumpy, rough relationship. And, it's just that type of love that it's just unconditional, regardless of what happens. And it's just about beautiful love,
Yeah, usually the thing is that when you started chatting about it, you said, bumpy, rough relationship. I was thinking it was going to be maybe an abusive relationship, but then you got into, my wife and I were recently chatting about this because, something that's starting to come up now is kind of in Canada anyways, this overreaction of people suddenly, self-loathing and self-hating Canada, because we, like a lot of countries, don't have a positive past. And my wife and I kind of had this conversation that said, well, that's not love then. Love is supposed to be unconditional. I don't love my wife because she's good. I love my wife because of everything that she is. I love my kids because of everything they are. I love myself, because of everything we are. And I've noticed how when I say to people, like, I get it, let's work on it. I love Canada. Sometimes I get a really nasty reaction back, like I'm not allowed to love Canada. It's kind of weird, but bringing that up, I thought was really poignant that no, like love is unconditional and you're there.
Yeah, 100%. Exactly.
Cool. And if you dug the track Edge of Time, you want to check out the music video, you can go ahead and do so by going to today's show notes at www.therockmetalpodcast.ca. And there you can check out, obviously, music video for Compromise and music video for Edge of Time. Now, with this one, did you guys use the same videographer?
Yeah, Rich Beck, he does pretty much all of our videos.
And I guess my question is, what went into the production of this one? I mean, especially it opens up, we've got the vase with the roses, but then it sucks back, and just immediately, especially with the guitars and the lighting, it just seems so, I don't know.
Yeah, we wanted to have fun on that video, and we just wanted to break a bunch of stuff. So we had this warehouse, and we just went to Goodwill and bought a bunch of just old picture frames, TVs, and just a bunch of old stuff, and just went to town throwing things up in the air, watching them crash down in slow-mo, just doing a bunch of crazy stuff.
Guard-fangled kids breaking stuff.
It was a mess to clean up, let me tell you that.
Well, that's what I like about you kids, is you're cleaning it up after you're done.
Yeah, we did clean it up. We didn't leave it, so.
Beautiful. Now, if you dug these two tracks, Compromise and Edge of Time, then you're probably frothing at the ears. You want some more juicy, sexy rock music. That's what I call it. Is that okay? Juicy.
I mean, that's perfectly fine with me. Yeah, that sounds great.
What's next? What should we expect to come down the pipeline, say, the next, couple of months or so from Lovely World?
Well, at the end of July, we're going in and we're recording like a 6-song EP. I think it's the best music we've ever made. It'll be by far our best project, and we're recording that with Rick Parker. He recorded the last 4 songs. We still have 2 to release, but he's going to do our next 4 songs, and I've got a great feeling about these songs. Wow.
Now, when you say that, I guess without giving away too much, what is it about the tracks that you feel that they are your absolute best? I mean, this is the worst album we've ever done. It's kind of weird to say, but that it's the absolute best work you've done.
No, these songs are going to suck, actually.
I don't even know why I sang on these pieces of crap. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I feel like we're maturing as a band, we've played together for so long, but recently, maybe in the last year or two, it feels like we're really finding our sound. And with these new tracks, it's more apparent than it ever has been. And that's why I feel so confident in these next 6 songs with this next EP.
Yeah. Now, something that came across my desk, which is kind of funny that I say that. It's in my email, but I still like to say it came across my desk like somebody came in with a fresh coffee and a document.
Secretary.
That's right. Vicki Hamilton, she's involved, and I'm curious, does the direction of where you guys are going in really solidifying your sound and defining who you guys are as a band, does she have a big say in that or a big position in that?
In the creative side, not so much. I feel like we're kind of we really like to keep that between the band, the 4 people, because we're so critical, and when someone else is, if you have another opinion, we're we're not fun to work with when it comes that way. Except like Rick Parker, he's brilliant and stuff like that. But she's amazing on the business side, and that's where she really comes in because she knows the industry inside and out. She's been there, done that. She helped Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, all these bands. So we have a lot of faith in her when it comes to the business side of things, and she's brilliant on that.
Yeah, that's actually one of my questions is what's it like to lean on somebody who has been there for bands of that caliber?
It's awesome. It's it really makes you well, in the beginning, it makes you feel more confident in yourself, because it's like when she's worked with these bands and then now she wants to work with us, so it's like, you feel better.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, Landon, normally we'd be chatting about summer festivals and tours, but there's like coronavirus and some other things going on. So
Aliens.
Aliens. Yeah, while we're at it. And some earthquakes. There's been some few spots, some earthquakes in North America that haven't had earthquakes in 1,000 years or something.
For real.
Including here in Canada. Like, when was the last time that ever happened? Sweet. So, pending world, implosion, is there any news maybe that I didn't ask about that you wanted to chat about for some stuff that you might have coming up in the next, say 6 months or so?
We have 2 new songs releasing, and then I guess the recording of the 6-song EP in July. That's news. We're getting together a tour for, it's hard to really plan a tour when you don't know when things are opening. That's the only thing. So that's pending, but there's nothing in stone yet. So, but the songs will definitely be releasing regardless. So that's definitely the news.
Yeah, very cool. And this will air probably around July time, so it's definitely a really good time for all of that jazz, or what was it? It said juicy, sexy rock, rather.
I like that better.
Groovy stuff. All right. Well, Landon, unless there's anything else you wanted to throw out there, I just wanted to thank you for coming on to the Rock Metal Podcast.
Hey, thank you so much for having me, John.